Okay, I think we're recording. Um, Hello. My goal is to do this in one take with no cuts. Um, but already this feels impossible. This feels like an impossible idea. Basically, the idea is I'm doing a screen recording. Right now I'm just this is just the outline. But if you imagine my hands like extending past where the photo booth is to like the edge of the screen, the whole screen, obviously I'm doing a screen recording. I have photo booth open for my face, and I have like finders and videos. Um, this is a disaster. I already I should have planned what I was gonna say, but I feel like I'll explain it as I do it. I'll just show it. I don't want to like explain it up top. Let me just try to do it like through the story. Um, for some context, this is a finder. For some context, this is a computer. This is a finder. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this. Um, I'm just trying to find the right video actually that can kick off and give some context to this. This is good enough. So this is my roommate Vincent, um, and this was a video from the other day. Um, we were in Chinatown, and he's been wanting to bring me to this place. I think it was called LTD Trading Co. Um, it's a tea place he described. Oh, there's the name. LCT trading. Oh, the T is a part, it's like T. Okay. I didn't get that. I thought it was an acronym. I thought it was like T. Also, this photo booth is lagging. The audio is it's gonna look bad. Fuck. Anyways, Vincent went to, I'll just pause this. Vincent went to this tea place. Um, there's this guy there who's like old and he's like been wanting to, he's like, to be honest, I don't remember any of the details. It just sounded great. It's like run by this great guy and it's like great tea. But it was closed. We went and it was closed. So that's like what this video is. So instead of going to tea, we. Fuck. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I think this is maybe a bad idea for a video. And also, my computer's lagging. And it's like, my computer's humming. That's me. Oh, Mitski sweatshirt, you can see right there. Um, that's very important. So we went to bubble tea instead. Uh, at first, we went to a fancier bubble tea place, which was like very small, and the menu seemed complicated. Like I, I'm kind of insecure at bubble tea places because like I'm Asian, but a lot of my Asian friends say I'm like not that Asian because I think I'm just like I don't speak Korean and I'm like more Americanized and I feel like kind of out of place, but it's when I'm in like bubble tea place or more like oh like everyone here like knows a lot of Asian things. I feel like I don't, so it's like kind of tricky for me. So I was stressed out at the fancier place because it felt like I was gonna order like bubble tea and he was gonna ask me all these questions about bubble tea and like what I wanted that I wasn't gonna be able to answer. So we went to this place instead, which is great, which is like the perfect. I don't want my bubble tea place to look anything different than what this looks like. Um, yeah, and we got this like fried chicken. I don't think we have footage of it. We got this like chicken. It was a great deal. It was so cheap. Um, anyway, so we like started at the tea place and we came here, and then we went to the show at the Metrograph. Drop the it's cleaner. And saw a performance called My First Film by Zia Anger, and the whole thing was a screen recording, which I'm ripping off. And I know she didn't invent it, obviously, but I'm basically ripping it off. Um, and I almost don't want to even try to explain what she was doing, but if it happens like in your city, I don't know what the schedule is in terms of if it's gonna happen again. It's only been 5 minutes. I feel like I've been talking for like an hour. This is crazy. Um, if the Angers thing plays in your city, you have to see it. It like truly blew my mind, and she wasn't doing like live video stuff, but she was typing and narrating as she was showing videos, and it was very kind of like raw, but like great. And I'm not gonna like try to explain it more than that. Other than the fact that these videos I've showed you so far were from the day that I saw that, and kind of like started to have this idea for what I think I'm gonna call the Hedgehog Diaries. Okay, the Hedgehog Diary. This is the Hedgehog Diary entry number one, and this is the Haranazumi. See, okay, I feel like this feels like it's going well actually. Um, so this is a camera, no card. Oh, oh fuck. So I'm gonna put in the SD card as I explain it. So this is a camera called the Haranazumi, and Haranazumi is Japanese for hedgehog. And this guy named Nick Dangerfield, who I'll talk more about either now or at some point, made this camera with a team of people while he was in Japan. And it came out, I don't know the year, but like think post iPhone, pre Instagram. I hope that's right. Um, I'll show. I'm just like having trouble. It's a little finicky thing. It takes like this micro SD card that sometimes I have trouble getting in and out. Um, but the camera was made as a reaction to a lot of the digital video things that were happening at the time, where digital video was getting like better and better and more ubiquitous, like better and better in terms of quality. But what Nick and the team building this camera thought at the time was it loses like so much information in terms of like the color profile and like things that you could talk about technically, but are probably best understood as just like visual interestingness and like a lot of digital video. Honestly, still, but especially at the time before it got better and better, like it is now, looked just like flat and uninteresting. So this camera is something you can like whatever take in your pocket. It can take photos and videos, and oh, this is okay. See, look, cool effect alert. I've stumbled upon something interesting. Um, so if I record, you can see it's now recording, and maybe I'll do some cool thing where like I'll take this footage and upload it at the end of the video in full screen, so it's like you saw the process happen and you see the final result. Um, Anyways, I think it's great. I don't know what you like. Maybe you all. I don't know if you like it. Like I love the quality of this image. Um, Let me just show like a better. I was on the roof yesterday, 2 nights ago. I think last night with again Vincent, my roommate. Just open a few. I can tell this photo booth is lagging and it is stressing me out. Just look at the colors on this. It's so good. It looks like it's Super 8 film in one way. So there are two modes. There's like, it's not even worth getting into the technical like. The light, it performs so well in my opinion under certain lighting conditions. And last night we were on the roof at sunset, and it was so nice. The weather's turning, and it's like great. I'm so happy. Like winter, I think just like I had all this like unhappiness inside of me, and it's just like thawing out. It's like no, I guess the analogy is like I had happiness frozen inside of me, and the warm weather is like thawing with ice. Um, and this footage was so good. Oh, this is when I tried to get Vincent. This is when I was trying to like direct, where I was like, all right, I'm gonna pan, and you should like turn your head. I think it looks so good. So it like kind of looks like how it has similar qualities to film in my opinion, but it's also clear. It's also clearly digital. Like I don't quite know how to put it into words, but it doesn't. It has the quality of films, but like it's not trying to be film. I think there's something that really bothers me about those like Instagram filters, like the VCR filter. Like, are you kidding me? It looks so bad. Like those, the VCR filter and like the film filters, where like you put it on your story and it's like jittery. It's just like trying so hard to be something it's not. And this feels like it gets at similar like ideas as some of those things, but like is a full version of what it's trying to do. I don't know. I really should focus this. I'm just rambling. This is Vincent footage as I literally as I scroll through Twitter. This is me as I drink a rosé Angry Orchard. Don't at me. It's great. Oh, hot shot. Those glasses I think look great on me. I got those from Beacon's Closet, which is like, oh, classic Brooklyn, go to Beacon's Closet. I actually don't. Like, I wish I did because it's like great. It seems great. Just the idea of it seems great. I feel like I read, there's this personal essayist, Chloe Caldwell, who I like, and she was kind of the first. I wonder if I have. No, I don't think I do, unfortunately. I must have something by her. Fuck. No, I don't. I think a couple people have my Chloe Caldwell's. Oh, fuck, it's right, literally right here on my desk. Oh, where is it? By my bedside. This is an earlier one. I didn't read this first. LGLA, Legs Get Led Astray. Um, the first collection of essays from her I read was called I'll Tell You in Person. And I was at McNally's. Fuck, I like all this like New York name dropping. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I was at McNally's and I stumbled upon this book, Tell You in Person. It has this like bright yellow cover. Honestly, actually, let me show you. Oh my god, my Google search history. I might have to cut that part out. I don't know what just popped up. Um, yeah. So I ended up taking a writing class with her. Yeah. I don't know. These are. I don't know why I'm flipping back and forth between these. Oh, it's like. Oh, wow. Darcy Wilder's book. I read this one too. Or I didn't finish that one. I love Darcy on Twitter. It's funny that they recommend them together though. 15 minutes or 14 minutes talking. Jeez. Um, I think this is a disaster. Chloe Caldwell. Chloe Caldwell. So I was reading these personal essays. Um, fuck, why am I even telling the story? Oh no, because she's like, it was like a decade ago. She was like, oh, I like came to New York and I like tried to get a job at Beacon's Closet and I couldn't. Um, and like Chloe Caldwell as a writer and like as someone who just like exists in New York in my mind. She doesn't live in the city anymore, but in my mind, who's just like an artist who like really feels emotions and like takes her experiences and puts them into art. Like she's like, oh, I want to work at Beacon's Closet, so like that was my introduction mentally to Beacon's Closet. And I've always wanted to be someone who like, oh yeah, where did I get this? Oh, actually, this was only like $10. Actually, I got this for $10 at Beacon's Closet. Um, I would love to say that, but I've never been able to say that sentence, other than, oh, this is why I got started. These glasses I actually got for $10 at Beacon's Closet, but I can't say that their clothes is mostly clothes I wouldn't wear that happens to be women's clothes, but that I don't. I wear women's clothes, like that doesn't stop me. But it just, I think, is like a category of women's clothes mostly that is not my style, unfortunately. I'll train for life. Um, Anyways, this is kind of just showing off. This has gone a completely different direction than I thought it would have. Um, okay. I think I need to just like reset my brain and figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so this camera, returning to this camera, I love this thing. I mean, like, obviously I can take videos with my phone, but there's something about having this. There's something about having this, like an object that you just have all the time that just does one thing. Like, and right now I'm just like, I guess for context, I'm currently working on like a film project related to the creator of this, so I've spent a lot of time with him, so in many ways I'm just like respouting the things he said, so they're not really my ideas, but I have found them to be true in his product, so I guess I'm kind of like, yes, I agree. Um, he talks a lot about the value of like single use products, how like our phones now like are these like black boxes that do everything. Um, oh, Mitski tweeted. I have a Mitski shirt on and I have tweet notifications on from Mitski. But like this phone does everything. It's like, oh yes, it's like this camera, it's like whatever. I think the images that come out of this camera are better than this, but like objectively, obviously these are nicer. But this does everything, and like because it does everything, I think you lose some of like there's something nice about having an object with you and it kind of reminds you to use it. Like when I feel like the bump of this in my pocket, it's like this little reminder, like, hey, you can like capture this moment, right? It's also like fun. Like no one wants to be the person who's always like, oh, stop, like let me take like a video of this moment. But like with this, it's fun, and you get like cool performances. Like people generally react well if I pull this out, and I'm like, I don't know, it just like looks cute. It looks like a Tamagotchi. Um, I mean, it's like more playful than this, but this is also cute, and like there is something about this the like relative size, and like they both fit in your hands. AirPods are so great, but anyways, Hiranazumi means hedgehog. Uh, is Japanese for hedgehog. Um, so here I am. I guess the idea was like Hiranazumi Diaries. What if I like went through footage? Um, I did kind of. I do mark the ones I like. I haven't gone through as much footage as I thought I would. I'm just talking. Anyways, I'll wrap up. In 15 minutes, I have to go. I'm seeing a movie with Vincent. Um, but I'll just show some footage um, that I took this past weekend. I just had a great day. I got invited to this uh, what's it called? Picnic? Picnic in Central Park. Vincent was taking this footage. let's fast forward to the part where I'm in it actually. Oh, there's Jacob. You can actually see the moment that Jacob comes. It's not worth trying to find, I think. Anyways, we're looking. One of my Asian friends invited me and mostly Asian people to a picnic, and I brought like basically the only three white people there. So we were like looking, we're in the park like looking for a bunch of Asians, and we were like, I don't know. I'm kind of the only one in the group who was like, I think that's that, but I can't really tell. Like, mostly because, to my defense, I only knew one person. So like, if he wasn't there, like, it literally could have been any group. It's not because. Okay, stop talking. Oh, this is great. This is a guy. This was after the picnic, and the guy was blowing bubbles. Oh, it just looks so. The colors, the way the colors render. This isn't like an ad. This isn't like they don't even sell these, so it's not a sponsored thing. And I didn't. I wanted this to be more of like a personal reflection than me talking about the camera and like the colors, because no one cares about that. But it's the first episode, and like I have to, just because it's what I think. The way I describe this camera is the images look how memories feel. My friend Jason. So I finished the picnic and met up with my friend Jason um, from college because I'm never in Manhattan, or I try not to be. So whenever I am, I literally basically see him when I am because I'm like, hey, dude, gotta hang out. And he works at, I won't name the bank, but he works at a bank, so I never get to see him. Um, oh, that's my roommate Laura. There I am. Um, okay. Anything else from the picnic I should cover? After that, I went to this place in Times Square called yeah, Times Square. I went to Times Square. Like it was ironic. I'm sorry. It was ironic. It was a place called Tate's. No, let me text Jason. Maybe he'll be able to tell me. What was the steak place called? And I'll turn my do not disturb off, so maybe I'll get pinged. Um, we went to this place and it was like everyone's talking about camp because of the Met Gala. I don't fully understand what camp is. Like everyone on Twitter had these like long threads about like this is camp, this is not camp, and I was like, yes, like retweet, camp, Susan Sontag. But like it was kind of performative. I don't really get it. But this place felt very campy from what I understand. It was kind of like Chipotle for full steak dinners. I really hope Jason responds. Um, and so you like walk in and it's like you go to a counter like Chipotle. So it's like number one, number two, number three. And like number one is like filet mignon. Number two is whatever T-bone steak. And there are like 20 options. And there's this one guy who's like taking the orders and like making the steaks. So you can like see the grill where the steaks are. You have to understand though, like the part that makes this interesting is like one, it's not trying to be like a fast casual place. It's like trying to be a full version of a steak dinner. Like the plates are like white, nice plates, but they come on trays because you're in a fast casual place. But it's like gaudy. It's like like probably fake, but like mahogany wood, and like you get a baked potato, and like they don't even have A1. It's like Heinz steak sauce. Um, it's hard to fully describe, but like it's not ironic at all. But which is why I think it's camp. From what I understand about camp, that's why I think it's camp. Fuck, this is probably boring me without having the name. Um, Times Square Steak Place. Tads. Oh, Tads. What did I say? Tates. Cafeteria style, offering no frills meat for meat lovers with beer and wine available. Yeah, beer and wine available. The wine is in glasses with saran wrap. Okay, Tad. Um, oh, this is great. Oh yeah. So it's like $20 for this full meal. Yeah, okay. I think I described it great. I got the filet mignon. It was honestly, and the whole thing was like ironic on our part, engaging in this unironic thing. But it was bad. It was not. I thought it would be like, oh, maybe it'll pleasantly surprise me. It did not. It tasted like hamburger meat. The garlic bread was decent. The salad was fine. Anyways, I went there with Jason. We kind of do like those troll things together. Um, but then after I went to this beer garden, and there's this cool like red lighting. That's Laura. Oh, she's taking it. Oh, there's Vincent. I think this shit looks great. Is there another? To go in 10 minutes. I probably have this video. I guess I have this video on my phone. Maybe I can pull it up because I was taking a video of her taking a video. Wow, isn't that so crazy and eccentric? Oh, I don't know if I have it. But here's like one. Here's a video I took of that night. That's not a glare. That's a glare I'm getting in the video itself. That's not a glare as I show it on the screen. Because I was shooting through the glasses. So I was like trying to get different effects shooting through these glasses. So anyways, this is kind of like a dual screen action. It's kind of an insane visual that's going on right now. Um, anyway, the weather's just like turning. That's like maybe that's the title of the episode. The Hedgehog Diaries #1. The weather is turning. Um, and I just have that picnic, and I've been like on the roof a lot, and we are like outside at this beer garden. It kind of got cold, and we were cold, but it's just like it's exciting. And I feel like there's just a lot of pent up energy coming out. What is this? Oops. Oh, interesting. So the lighting makes it look like this is from that beer garden, but it's not. I was actually at the Pratt MFA design MFA student show, and this is from that where I was trying to. Sorry for fast forwarding. That's annoying. I was trying to do this like Google Cardboard esque VR thing, as you can see from my reaction. It's not working. It's like I could get the image, but I couldn't get it. If you've tried Google Cardboard, you know, like it splits into two images and then you put it on and it like, combines in your head because science. But my God, I could say anything. If anyone is still watching this fucking thing, I feel like I just want to find like one more random video to close this out. Oh, Jason texted back. Cats. Yeah, we got it, dude. Oh, I just got the little sound in my ear that my AirPods are dying. Um, I'll end on this video. This was from last Wednesday. Wow, feels like longer ago. This is a video of me scrolling Twitter while on the edge of Prospect Park. I had a breakfast meeting nearby there and just had this like weird hour time slot where I knew I wasn't going to do anything like productive between that breakfast and my next thing. So I decided to just like walk around and I was in the park. This felt like an interesting video at the time. And I got to the edge of the park, but I didn't actually have enough time to like literally go in. So I just sat on like a bench in this like like on the edge of a traffic circle, looking into the park, which felt stupid. Like, just go to the park or don't go to the park. Now I'm on Instagram. I swear to God, at the time I was probably like, oh, this is like revolutionary. I'm like on my phone next to the park, like with the harness or me. It's not that interesting looking at it now. Um, okay, last video. I promise this is it. This is from last night. Vincent and I, after the roof. Okay, so for context, the sunset roof footage from yesterday, that was right before this. So this is right after we went out to a Mexican place and like just split a plate of tacos. And it was so dark that it doesn't, obviously you can't see, but that's Vincent. Oh, I should have been using my mouse more. You guys can't like, okay, I'm learning. But I do think it's cool how the colors change here. And I think we could use that as like a color overlay or something. Okay, I feel like this was good. No, I definitely don't feel like this was good, but I feel like this is like a good time to wrap it up. I kind of had it in my mind that this would be 30 minutes. Oh, if you look here, you can see like I was testing. Basically, how I'm doing this is QuickTime screen record, and I'm not actually just doing this like actually recording on photo booth for effect. I'm using the sound through my AirPods that's going to photo booth, and then just like ripping the sound from the photo booth and syncing it to the QuickTime. In the test it worked. It would suck if it didn't now. Yeah, so that's it. I don't know if I'm even going to post this, or definitely don't know if I'm going to do another one. It seemed like an interesting idea in my head. Okay, bye.